This video is going to show you how to cut with a box cutter and a pair of scissors when you are cutting a piece of chipboard. Chipboard is a thinner piece of cardboard. When you are using the box cutter, you need to bring the blade out by pushing on this part of the box cutter. The blade comes out. In order for that to not collapse in on itself, you need to push the blade out and then pull this part down, and that will lock it into place so it will not move. Then I would like for you to practice using it by cutting one straight line of a piece of cardboard or chipboard. What you're going to do with your hand is you're never going to cut towards your hand. Your hand always needs to be at the top or to the side, supporting where you are cutting so that you can apply pressure to where you are cutting. A lot of times it will not cut through fully the first time, so you need to go over that same line again. And a lot of times it's easier to cut when you are standing. Then I have my one strip. I'm going to put that aside, maybe mark it as box cutter so I know that I did that with box cutter. When you're not using the box cutter, you always have to put the blade back in and then set it aside. Then I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to show you the best way to cut with a pair of scissors this thick piece of chipboard. It's always easiest if you cut as close to the axis as possible. So I'm going to open up my scissors as wide as they go. I'm going to put my piece of chipboard in between my scissors, and then I'm going to cut along my line. Now notice how part of this part here is bending down, the other part is bending up to help me get to the next little part. I'm not cutting very far before I open up my blade as far as it can go again so that I can cut that straight line. Then I have my next one. I can label that scissors. Now I want you to practice cutting a curvy line, same technique with the scissors, and see how that feels a little bit different, cutting that curvy line with a pair of scissors. It's going to be a little bit harder, but again, having one side come up, not cutting very far before you open up your blades as far as they go, and turning your scissors. So you can kind of see how that feels. It's easier to cut curvy lines with scissors versus the box cutter, but you might find that it was easier for you to cut straight lines with scissors or the box cutter. So you're going to come and tell me which one was easier for you to do.